Discipline was improving. The Tufenchis were regular troops of the now fallen Safian Empire, but they were really just expert militia. 600-mile forays on camelback were not their usual fare. And Val Aldun had to protect them. They were his neighbours and his kin, some his friends, some not, but very few of them were what the pure called true believers, and Val Aldun was aware of just how expendable they were held to be. His Gole had been chosen because they were not trusted. He understood that. The master and his disciples were not so very different from the run of other rulers, demanding, capricious, and probably fallible.
"We do not have time to look for water,"
the Aga said in its odd, high-pitched, flat voice. "Exalted One, if we do not find water, my people will die. Today, perhaps tomorrow morning." Val Aldun waited for the sword. The Aga were inhuman, so fast that they could not be faced in combat. He had seen his former chief, Nafir Khan, killed. It had been so fast that he hadn't even seen the sword drawn. "I probably won't even know," Val Aldun thought. "I wonder if I'll be able to see when my head hits the sand." And Nafir Khan had been a veteran bandit chief, Begler Bey of 500 sabres, a deadly man. He'd told the Aga what he thought. The Aga didn't move.
"We must be at the Black Pyramid," it said. "Tonight."
Val Aldun looked at the stones and gravel at his feet, so different from the high, arid desert of his home. This was a disgusting desert, all dirty stone and grit. Not clean. It is difficult to debate with a being that does not look at you and has no facial expression. "Exalted One, I beg of you 1 hour in which to find water."
"No,"
the Aga said.
"We march."
It inclined its head slightly to indicate that the interview was at an end. The Aga turned fluidly, red robes swirling, and walked back to the covered palanquin carried by 4 camels. "Hassan!" Val Aldun called. Hassan was helping one of the youngest and most inexperienced of their Tufenchis to arrange her sunscreen. The Havildar shrugged and came back, his riding boots raising small puffs of the deadly grit. "Great Khan?" he asked, with mock reverence. "We ride. It is an order." "Blessings be on the Exalted One." Hassan took a very small sip of water and held it in his mouth, then swallowed. Then he roared, "On your feet! Ready to ride in 2 minutes! Listen for the drum!" Mikal, the kettle drummer, was an old man, a true veteran, with the scars of a life of violence on his face, his arms, and his soul. He stripped his sunshade, stowed it expertly, and had his camel on its feet in 3 motions. He was already mounted, his sticks in his hand. Mikal had a foreign barbarian's face and a badly set nose that seemed to go diagonally across his scarred face. His blue eyes were like a burning reprimand for the incompetence of others. Kati, the youngest, was serving in place of an older brother who was necessary to push a plough. She was too small to mount a camel easily. She didn't know how to live off the land, and every time she stopped, she scattered her kit over the entire desert. She looked ridiculous, with a Jezzail that seemed twice as tall as she. On the other hand, she was Hassan's 3rd cousin, and everyone liked her. She was a cheerful mite, and smart, and Hassan said she had training in the Ruhani, the world beyond. Ferenhu training in foreign magic. They had lost 126 men and women crossing the lower Stai, the gritty desert that divided Safi from Masr. Val Aldun had been a bandit most of his life, and he wondered to himself why he had decided to try and keep the rest alive.